Thank you for the introduction, Nazia. But rather than talking about me, I must say before I start, thanking the Governor Saab for this August gathering, and of course, President Summit Saab and Air Marshal Saab and everybody, all the dignitaries, the Council General. I think we've also created 2, 3 celebrities today. Ayub Zakori is definitely one of them. And we've been talking very high of Zara. So Zara is also a celebrity. I think both of you can actually look at a modeling career as well going forward. When you are traveling in cantonment all over the city. And so when they stop me, I actually show them the BOK card. I still don't have the security card. And they say, this is our institution, this is our bank, aap to hamare hain. So, I've seen that people here, they have that kind of camaraderie. And when I go and meet the labor, because we are very thick with, and we are doing a lot of work on home remittances. When I go and see the labor, when they look at Bank of Khyber, they say it's our own, it's our own. And Atif, who is now the CEO of Al Baraka, he has worked for BOK, and I'm sure he will vouch for this. But this is what I have seen out of this province. This is what I have seen out of KP. That these people actually own it, and they say that we are going to do this, we are going to take it further ahead. But anyway, reimagining Pakistan, I again agree with Ms. Gulmeena, because I think she's absolutely right. We should not be reimagining, we should be taking it forward. And the way I see it, I had written a few points which have been said again and again by so many people. But talking about Pakistan, of course, we want to see a robust Pakistan going forward. We want to see a sustainable economy. We want to see digitization. We want to see a knowledge-driven, modern, inclusive Pakistan. And for that, of course, we as a nation have to go forward. It's not only us at KP, it has to be countrywide, it has to be help from all there. And yes, of course, the private sector has to take it forward. Fine, the government sector and the private sector, the public and the private sector. But again, I would come back, being a banker myself, Bank of Khyber itself is an example. It's a private-public partnership. Of course, it's government of KP, and Muzammil Saab, of course, keeps on guiding us. Of course, it is primarily KP's bank, but we also have private sector investment in Bank of Khyber. It's 24% Ismail Industries, one of the biggest business conglomerates in the country. So, the public and the private sector can also work together. This is an example. And there are other examples as well. You look at Thar coal project in Thar area. It is again about public and private sector partnership. So there are examples where we can go forward. But looking at the country and taking it forward, again, there was a discussion, and the way Hamid Saab was explaining, initially he was talking earlier during the event. There are a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day, at least I feel that our population, which we consider as at almost 240 million people, I personally think, that's my personal opinion, it is a strength. It is a serious strength. And largely 2/3 of population is below the age of 30, and that's the youth. And that is where we need to target. We need to develop the youth. And again, the way, I was actually, taking a lot of interest in Air Marshal Saab's presentation on Umre Rawan. And, education and health, sir, is the key. There's no doubt about it. And I think we all need to invest in education. And I don't think there's any rocket science in this. There's no rocket science in this. I think we all know this. The only thing is that if we talk, we also need to implement. And when I talk of implementation, it has to be you and me as well. It has to be an effort from all of us. And this is the youth which is going to create entrepreneurs. And I think the seeds of this transformation, I think have already been sown, and we look at the private sector as well, various cities, various provinces all over the country. Even the federal government has taken a lot of initiative. Our government at KP level has taken initiatives. We have Digital Pakistan initiative, which is already in process. We have renewable energy projects, which would largely address the high cost of electricity as well going forward. We have taken a lot of initiatives on the agriculture side. There's a lot of agriculture modernization which is happening, and again talking about banking, the Central Bank of Pakistan is really coming up with a lot of schemes where agriculture modernization is being emphasized upon. And at the end of the day, sir, even today we are an agrarian economy. We can't ignore agriculture. Startups, techs, incubation centers, startups at level, you see institutions, lungs, IBA, fresh graduates. At our times, up to these 35 saal ho gaye, we always wanted to work for banks. We wanted to work for different multinational companies. Now they want to be entrepreneurs. They want to go to incubation centers. They have ideas. They all want to have their own businesses. And this is the youth which is actually going to take the country forward. I think we should also realize there are certain things which maybe I cannot do, the youngster can do. So, जो youngster की strength है, let's use him. Let's use the youth for their strength. Yes, there's no comparison to experience. I agree, but where it's youth, it's their work. Where it's experience, it's experience. So let's use the youth. I think that is where the country needs to emphasize on. We need to develop the youth. And of course, another serious initiative which has been taken by the federal government, and it's so many years, and my experience working with Chinese is actually the CPAC corridor. And if you look at KP's location is the gateway to Central Asia, gateway to China. So I think there's a lot of work which is being done by at the government level on CPAC initiatives as well. But I think it still needs a lot of work on that front, because again there was a discussion and Hamid Sir was explaining that we need to bring Chinese entrepreneurs and take them to Africa. Yes, sir, but we also need to bring Chinese entrepreneurs and have JVs in Pakistan. That is also a step which we need to take, and we need to create that environment. I really don't want to come on the safety part, and a lot of discussion has already taken place on that. But I think I would now, coming on the topic, I would definitely want to talk about KP, because we are sitting here. This is again, there was a talk there over the last 6 months. This is the third such event, sir. And of course, I have to appreciate Governor House again. I attended the ICAP conference, and there was an ACCA conference, and now we have this summit. I think this is a great initiative. And people used to be a little wary of Peshawar. Peshawar aayenge, kya hoga, ye hai, wo hai. Believe me, I roam around. I drive myself. I've been here for a year. I drive myself. I live here. I haven't really gone on. I haven't taken this on my head that there's a security issue. Or I go to Tim Hortons every second, third day. I have coffee. I'm sitting outside. You go to these areas. You go to this area. Fine business cantonment. But when you go out, you actually see there's a lot of public there. So please, also let's mention about positive things as well. It's not only negatives all over, but the strengths of Pakhtunkhwa. I had written 3 words here, which to my mind is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It's a land of hospitality. I have not seen a better hospitality than KP, because whenever you go as a guest, they would actually take you to cloud 9. Then it's the courage of the people, and then it's the opportunity. Yes, the people of KP have faced a lot of intense trials, there have been conflicts, there have been displacements, security issues, economic challenges, but yet, there is hope. They haven't really lost hope, and that is exactly why we are here. I think that actually proves my point that we are here primarily because of this. But potential of KP, 3-4 points. Again, I'm saying I won't take much of the time, but it's people, very hardworking. At least I have found them very courageous. We need to develop them. We need to invest in education. That's the potential of KP. Natural resources from hydropower. Hassan Farid was talking about hydropower. Completely agree with him. I don't actually have to say and mention I am positive that Muzammil Saab, when he will be speaking, he'll definitely speak about hydropower. It's very close to his heart. Hydropower to minerals. It is a phenomenal potential in this province, KP. I mean, I don't really have to say, I know Governor Saab and Muzammil Saab, when they will speak, they will cover all this. Strategic geography. KP is sitting where there's gateway to Central Asia, China. You connect CPEC south to north, Gawada to Gilgit, Chitral. Brilliant. I mean, this is serious potential. Culture, heritage, and tourism. Just imagine that, I mean, if you actually gone to Sawat, Gilgit, Kaban, these are the areas where you just cannot go wrong. I mean, they are majestic. They are majestic. While being at Bank of Khyber, I have been visiting all these branches. And frankly speaking, I hadn't gone to such areas. Some of the areas I had not visited, which was actually an eye-opener for me. But even if you go to south, I know the city which I'm going to name now, you will say that there are security concerns, blah, blah, blah. But just imagine DI Khan and Kohart area, the entire range. Just imagine the agro-based industry, what we can do there. And when I went to DI Khan, it's unimaginable. This is the first time I went, sir. This is the first time I went. But the type of personnel you hear, you see there, and the type of people you have, and there were so many women working in our branches. This was an eye opener. So all these areas, sir, these are areas with a lot of potential. I know I have been told about time is up. Although I had a few other points. But one thing I would just like to tell the business community that we are your institution. We are your institution. Bank of Khyber is here to support you, to build up businesses in KP. We are here, yes, we are a commercial bank, we are a countrywide bank. We're going to expand outside KP as well. But we are your institution. We have to support you. And this is Jasab, what we are going to do. We are going to, inshallah, this institution has to create more CEOs. And we have to train these people. We have to train these people in order to become CEOs elsewhere. And one sitting example is Mr. Arthur Hanif. So we've already done it. So maybe, hopefully, we should be able to do it going forward. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Again and again, thank you very much, Jasab. And again, thank you to Governor Saab and all the dignitaries here. Thank you very much. And we personally look forward to more and more such of these events in Peshawar. Thank you so much.